Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I am going to do my October recap. I read 4 books and let's just get straight into it. Okay, so the first book was called Phantasma. I really enjoyed this. This was a book club read and it did take me a little while to get into it, like maybe a couple chapters, but then once she was in the games, it was a breeze. It was so good. I think I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars. Just because there were some moments where I feel like we lost the plot, but then we came back and found it. But I really enjoyed this book, and there is a second one. It's called Enchantra, and I have it, and I'm definitely going to read it because I really enjoyed this book. The next book that I read in October was the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. It's a mouthful. This is called The Ballad of Never After. This is the best book in the series. There's 3 of them. It's a trilogy. This is the best book. The ending, my gears were grinded, that's for sure. I'm so thankful I didn't read this book back when it came out, because if I had to wait for this one, I would have been fuming. It was so good. It was definitely my favorite in the series, and I think I did rate this a 5 out of 5. Definitely one of my faves. So that brings me to the last book in the trilogy, and this is where we finally get a conclusion and things come together. But I actually didn't love it as much as I wanted to. I'd probably rate this one, I think I rated it a 4. I still liked it. I loved it actually, but it just wasn't my favorite in the series. I think The Ballad of Never After, and then Once Upon a Broken Heart, and then this one. Just because I was just so ready for it to be the end, because I was just so pissed off from that one that I just needed it to finish. But it was so good, and I love Jax so much. And I felt like this whole entire trilogy was very easy to fall in love with. I'm trying to think of better words, but it was just, you felt so immersed into the book, and I love when something can do that. Everything was like super descriptive. Like you could just feel just the way like she looked and they looked, and the ballrooms and everything. You could just really feel like you were in the book. So I really enjoyed it. I loved this series. I definitely recommend it. The last book that I read in October, I hated it. Guys, I hated it. I can't even tell you how much I hated it. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But I felt like half the time that I was reading it, I had to go back a couple pages because I'm like, that had nothing to do with what just happened. Wait, what? Huh? But this was almost a do not finish for me. Like, this close. And I can't even tell you that I'm glad that I finished it. Which really makes me sad, because totally invested by like the summary, and I feel like it could have been done just a little bit better, but I don't want to obviously give anything away if anyone wants to read this book. But it is about a girl at school or at university, and there's like a clique or so-called sorority girls called bunnies. They call each other bunnies, and I feel like it could have just been like a dark sorority type of thing, and I just couldn't get there. I didn't love it. So that was all the books that I read in October. This is my November book club read, and I am halfway through it, and I'm not gonna lie, well actually I'll save that for next time. I don't even know why I'm talking about it, because I didn't even finish it yet. But I've seen it all over TikTok, and come back next month to see how I felt about it. I'm halfway through. So now I'm going to drink my hot chocolate, read that book, and chillax. So enjoy, and I will see you next month.